Whether everything is going well or it comes down to a job loss, at some point, pretty much everyone is going to need to save at some point. As many unpleasant reasons as there might be for needing to have a good savings, such as emergencies or unpleasant medical expenses, there are also a ton of great reasons to save as well, so don't forget to keep those in mind. One such expense would be saving for a really exciting trip, maybe somewhere out of the country, or saving up for a really, really exciting wedding. But no matter the reason, pretty much all current financial advice recommends keeping as much as you can right now. It's kind of like the saying, it's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. Hey, welcome back. I hope you guys are doing well. I just wanted to make a really quick video with ways that I like to save money. So the first thing that most people touch on are things like luxuries, and those can go into a lot of different categories. They could be spending a lot of money on your hair or getting your nails done, going to the coffee shop, or spending on clothes. Now, what I like to say with any of these is yes, you should be trimming them. They're luxuries, they're not necessities, and you just kind of want to make sure that they're not getting out of hand. However, I do like to choose one that I am not going to monitor myself on. So in terms of cleaning out my stuff and my closet, I put a stop to clothing spending unless it is really to replace something that I need to replace. It has made me so much happier and it is starting to shrink my wardrobe. However, there is something which I consider a luxury that I do not control myself on. That is the expense of going to Starbucks or any coffee shop that I like. I don't drink 4 or 5 cups of coffee a day. I guess I should clarify that, but I do like having a Starbucks coffee every now and again. If I'm near a Starbucks and I want to stop by, I go, I get a coffee, I get a pink drink, and I do not monitor that too much. However, there are a lot of things that I don't spend money on. My nails, I feel like I do a pretty good job of maintaining myself as well as my hair. So unless I have an event or something, I don't really see any reason to spend money on that. Those expenses can really add up. So if I was spending in all of those areas, it would add up very quickly. So I would recommend for sure just kind of narrowing it down to the most important one to you. Another thing that I definitely wanted to mention was bulk buying. Now, some people see bulk buying as a really good way to save money, and some people see bulk buying as a way that's like kind of overspending. So I see how it can be both, but I would say just be careful with it. It can backfire on you. So if you're going to buy a bunch of food, especially perishable food, you have to make sure that you're going to do some sort of meal prep, maybe bag it separately and freeze it to make sure that it doesn't go bad. I know myself, and I will not be doing that. I am pretty lazy when it comes to separating out food and all that stuff. Now, one thing that I do like are doing this with desserts, mostly because it sort of prevents me from eating them up really quickly, but also because things like bread especially go bad in the spring and the summer. I like buying muffins or bagels and just popping them in the freezer. And then when I want one, I can just thaw it out and put it in the oven or the microwave, but it also keeps me from overeating them like really fast, because I will also do that. But I do feel like bulk buys are very useful for anything that's like very expendable. So toilet paper, cat litter, things like that. They're not gonna go bad. I can put them off to the side. Soap also is one that dishwashing liquid. I don't know what the deal is there, but it runs out really quickly. So I do feel like bulk buys are useful for that. Now, I just wanted to get into a really quick mini rant on subscriptions, okay? Everything in the news pretty much says monitor your subscriptions, cut down on your subscriptions, but I think there are just so many subscriptions people don't even notice or like realize are there. TV subscriptions are ones that can pile up fast. I've signed up for 7-day trials and then you forget to turn them off and they just kind of keep running. If you are working multiple hours a day and you only have a few hours to watch TV, then 9 times out of 10, you are not using the majority of those subscriptions, okay? There are only so many hours in a day, and between working and needing to sleep, you can't necessarily watch Netflix, HBO, Hulu, Disney, Paramount, Showtime. I can't keep going. There are too many. There are too many. Even though they're only a small amount of money, maybe $7 or $8, they definitely do add up. Also, as someone who works in the film industry, this is where the rant part comes in. I have had this argument with people multiple times. The cost of your subscription has nothing to do with the quality of the show you're watching. Okay? I just wanted to, So a lot of people, I've heard this. Well, they make really good shows and I want a better quality, so that's why I pay $300 for my cable. No, 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 no. The Writers Guild of America can probably currently tell you the price that you're paying goes directly to the company. The PAs don't get paid more. The, like mid-range people don't get paid more. The actors don't necessarily get paid more. The only people who generally get paid more because you've gone from paying $5 to $8 for your subscription is pretty much the company and maybe the top producers. That's it. And they don't necessarily put it back into the show. You can make a really good movie for maybe $500,000 or $1 million, and you can also have $10 million and make a really bad movie. I mean, it all comes down to planning and organization and stuff like that. And while it is really fun to have a big budget for a project, trust me, I'm saying this on a personal level, you can pay more for a subscription, but they might release really bad stuff for the next year. So if you don't have time to watch it anyway, what I would say is maybe set 6 months for a specific one that you want to watch through those shows, and then make sure to cancel it before you go and switch to another platform. Also, another thing is just to keep in mind other rando subscriptions like gym memberships, which I don't use, other things that are sort of slowly eating away at you. I have an editing software, which obviously I'm going to be using right now, but I have canceled editing softwares in the past when I wasn't using them because I realized I was just kind of wasting money there. Something that I wanted to mention that I realized just now that I forgot to throw in, and that is pets. Just like having children, pets are also a pretty big expense. So if you don't see your income going up in the next few years, you probably want to steer clear of getting any pets or getting any more pets, especially once pets are elderly. They really start to have some problems, which, I'm going through myself right now, and the bills can be in the thousands, just like for humans. And even for checkups or grooming, the bill can be in the hundreds. It is a 15-year to 20-year commitment, depending on how long they live. And if you don't have any right now, I would recommend strongly against getting any new ones. Another thing is to monitor any spending on something that immediately loses value the second you buy it. And that is not to spend a bunch of money buying a brand new car. The second you drive off the lot with it, it has lost a lot of its value. If you were to drive it back to the dealer the next week, you would not get what you were charged. There are cars on car lots that are less than a year old because some people just didn't like the car and went ahead and turned it in, and it's basically a brand new car. So it is definitely a savings. Also, in terms of phones, the second you buy it, it's not worth what it was when you first purchased it. So I would recommend going with more mid-range phones. There's kind of no reason to spend on the most expensive because it's not like there's a whole lot of difference between them now. They've gotten very good with cameras and memory and things like that. So coming back to my closet cleaning, bookshelf organizing, etc., I did want to get into something that really has helped me save money, is organizing. Organizing, being more organized in life in general helps me save money. I can name just like an infinite number of ways that it has helped me. So the more organized I am with my clothes, I can find the ones that I like, and if I'm not losing them, then I can make sure to wear them. Also, another thing is just buying things and forgetting you have them, not just with clothes, but with products. Buying soap or toilet paper or cleaning supplies and shoving it in the back of a cabinet, and then going out and buying more because I thought I didn't have it, and then realizing, yes, you do have 10 tubes of toothpaste stuffed in the back of your cabinet. That has happened to me before, and the more organized I am as it runs down, then I know, okay, it's actually time to replace it now. Also, on a day-to-day basis, just sort of having things where they're easy to grab and go, keeping an organized purse, bag, wallet, and that way I'm not literally misplacing money. I found $80 in one of my old bags. $80, which was very exciting and fun, but also not great. No one should misplace $80. You just shouldn't. Also, there are so many other things that you can implement. I find that these new bank accounts, which have separate savings accounts, to be very helpful. Also, some people are employing cash stuffing, which is a good way to keep track and keep yourself honest when you're spending. There are sort of boundless ways now to be able to keep better track of your money. Now, you do have to do a budget and figure out how much you spend, and then you have to try and get an income that pays more than what you will be spending every month. Otherwise, you're going to be in the red every month. And at a certain point, there's really just nothing else you can cut back. But if you can make more money than what you're going to be spending, then you will be on track to have a really good savings. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you're interested in more topics like this, let me know. Give this video a thumbs up. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.